Welcome back. We are at Thursday, the fourth day of the week, and we are headed into the 4th of July weekend. I imagine a lot of people have tomorrow off.
Luckies.
I know that I heard the airport was very busy today. Speaking of that, a record number of people are expected to hit the road this weekend, and if you need a trick or two to help you get through those road trips, our next guest, she's got all the tricks.
Yes, she does. Please welcome back to the show our friend, Miss Lindsay Guentzel. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, ladies. How are you?
So good. Lindsay, we always talk to you about food and drinks, but that's not all you do. You're like a very well-rounded lady. You know how to pack for a road trip.
Well, I've done quite a few. In fact, my last vacation before the world shut down was actually a trip down through New Orleans, through the Florida Panhandle with my boyfriend. And I learned a lot. And then, the world shut down, and now we are all itching to get back out there. And we're actually headed out to Colorado next week. So I am taking everything that I've learned, sharing it with you, and then I'm going to utilize it myself.
For a first one, too, that we have on the list here, and this is one I'm really not very good at, carry cash. Why is that important?
Yes. Well, it's just important because if you end up somewhere, so let's say you roll into a tiny town and you have the option of a taco truck or McDonald's. No offense to McDonald's, it has its place, but you can get it at home. And if you're going to miss out on something that's going to make your trip memorable, always just have some cash with you. And in case of an emergency, if you have to pay roadside, you just never know what you're going to run into. And I know we are such a card everywhere society, but that's not all of America.
We just showed that this really great image you put up. You said to have some cash in the car, always get gas when you stop for gas, but you have a list of things that you're specifically supposed to pack in your car.
Yes. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning, the most important. It's food, which is my thing. So let's talk snacks. Gas station food is great. It has its place. But if you're going to be in the car for a really long time, you want stuff that's going to keep you nourished and feeling great. So I am just going to show you really quick. It's kind of like the start of a really amazing fruit cheese meat platter.
Yeah.
Just some fruit, a skewer. I've got some strawberries, just some mandarin oranges. These are going to stay really nice in a cooler. And then over here, some soft Havarti cheese with just some chicken sausages. These were pre-cooked, and I just threw them in the skillet to give them a nice little texture on the outside. So you can just build that and put it into a container. Nice thin ones will stack really nicely. And that leads me into the next thing. So this is just a soft cooler, but it's collapsible. So when you're done with it or you don't need it, it stores really nicely. So it's not going to take up a ton of room in your car like some big bulky plastic cooler.
Right.
Moving on to, this is the one that I learned when we took our road trip down to Florida. Bring along gallons of water. I noticed that in rest stops or like gas stations, they don't have the water button on the soda fountain. So even if you have I technically travel with 3 of these. This is like a fight in my relationship every single time we leave the house because I always have so many water bottles with me. Because you never know when you're going to run out. And especially with things reopening because of COVID, rest stops, national parks, all of that stuff, make sure you have you. And what's great about a jug like that is when you get to your hotel at night, you can refill it and make sure it's ready to go for the next day. Some fun ones, a wine key at night if you want to, enjoy a bottle of wine or a beer in the hotel room. Teepee, again, going back to the reopening. We don't know what facilities are going to be like out there. So just having some extra stuff on hand. And then this is the one, if you're going to be stopping at night in hotels, bring a laundry bag. And then when you get down to your car in the morning, before you even take off, take out all your dirty laundry, put it right into here. That way it's not sitting in your suitcase all week.
That's a good tip. You have to pack a carry-on for your road trip.
Now, I know we're not flying, we're driving. But let's say we were going out to California and we had 2 nights ahead of us. We were going to stop at hotels. Pack a carry-on with just all of your necessities for night and the morning. So for me, that's sleep mask, my toothbrush, pajamas, things for the morning to get ready. I'm not saying don't unload your whole car. That's dangerous. You don't want to be leaving valuables in your car overnight, especially in a place you're unfamiliar with. But at least then when you get into the hotel room, you can unpack one bag and you know exactly what's in there, and you don't have to fuss with any of the extra stuff like the sundresses or the curling irons or all of the extra makeup that you're packing for your fun California vacation. You don't really need that at a highway hotel in Montana.
True.
No. I always, that's a good one because I am always the one who's digging through her whole bag, and then I basically have to repack the next time.
You trash the hotel room. Yes.
Right. So you've got a couple of websites. I had never heard of any of these, and we've got some video with it too that you recommend. One of them, Roadtripperscom.
Yes, this is super fun. So you go under Road Trippers, you create an account, and you can put in your destination. So ours is Minneapolis to Silverthorne, Colorado. And then you can pick different topics along the way. So points of interest, histories, abandoned buildings, spooky spots, things like that. And they'll show you fun places to stop along your route. So you can pick, like I'm willing to go 10 miles off the route, or I'm willing to go 30 miles off the route. So it really gives you the option to have some really creative road trips over the summer without having to do a lot of work. And what's great is that all of these are user generated. So let's say I go to a great spot, I can ping it in that app and include all the information you need to know. So then when you, Kendall or Shane, if you guys decide to go on a road trip, you can see what I experienced.
I love that. It's a great idea. One other one you have, Hotels Tonight.
Yes, great app. So what I love about Hotel Tonight is that not only do they ping your location and then throw you all the last minute hotels in the area, they have these fun daily deals. So let's say you are going to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you're kind of just winging it. Once you get into a certain radius around the town, it's going to tell you the deal for the night. We had the most amazing experience using Hotel Tonight in the Florida Keys. We got like a 5-star hotel for like $80 last minute.
Wow.
And it is just something that I tell people to always have on your phone, especially when you're traveling, because you never know what great deals are going to be there.
And we've got like 30 seconds, but I know that this kind of struck me as, download music, audiobooks, podcasts, download your map. Because we've all been in that situation when you're like, I don't have any service.
Yeah, and it's terrifying. One, because you have to speak to someone in the car then, or two, you don't know where you're going. So make sure you take an hour the night before when you're connected to Wi-Fi, download everything, and maybe even just make the folder in your phone with all of that stuff in there so it's easily accessible.
Great advice. If you want more, thank you, Lindsay, so much. We appreciate it. And good luck on your road trip. Have fun.
Thank you.
If you want to learn more, you can go to lindsayguentzel.com. Great advice, but she didn't have gummy bears or Red Bull, which are my road trip go-tos. So I'm just like suggesting that for her.
Ay. Everybody, we will be right back. I really
What do you put in your car?
I like the steers. No?
So